the former cricket star who was the very popular prime minister, forget if it's prime minister or president, popularly elected prime minister leader of the Pakistan government, who since has been sentenced to 14 years on two absurd charges, crimes that he couldn't possibly have committed. Did the United States engineer the removal of Prime Minister Khan and his banishment to a Pakistan prison for 14 years? Does the U.S. still do things like that?
It does it every other day, it seems. This is the point of my article, is to understand American foreign policy. One should understand the concept of covert regime change. That means that the United States, unlike just about any other government in the world, doesn't think about how to have diplomacy with another government. It thinks about how to replace that other government. And this has been a string of complete disasters stretching back more than 70 years. Now, in this case of Imran Khan, first, I know him and admire him a lot. He's very smart. He's very decent. He's got high integrity, and he's extremely popular. Not only was he one of the world's greatest cricket stars, but he's an extremely intelligent, capable, down-to-earth leader. And so he is the single most popular politician in Pakistan. Not a surprise. But he did something that is absolutely against the U.S. principle, which is he said, we want to be neutral. Can you imagine? He said, we want to be friends with the United States, but also Russia and China and other countries. Now, to the U.S., it's so weird, but neutral, that's fighting words. How can you be neutral? Either you're with us or you're against us. And when Imran Khan said, I want to be neutral, the U.S. ambassador characterized it as aggressive neutrality. It's almost a joke.
Wow.
But this is the attitude, the arrogance of the United States. Now, this goes back a long time because just about every popular leader that somehow got into the middle of an American geopolitical gambit that declared neutrality suddenly became viewed as an enemy by the United States. And there's a whole litany, a whole history. I've studied this deeply for decades, and I've actually watched it close up. So what happened here was that when the special military operation took place, began on February 24th, 2022, Imran Khan was pressed by the US and Europe, condemn Russia. And he said in a rally on March 6th, 2022, popular rally, he said, they're pressing me to choose sides, and we're not going to choose sides. He said, we're not their slave. They can't tell us what to do. We want to be friends with the United States, with China, with Russia. The next day, and we know it because of a leak, the next day, the U.S. Assistant Secretary of State called the Pakistani ambassador in Washington and said, this is very, very serious. This could really endanger relations. But if the prime minister were to fall in a vote of confidence, that could actually make things work. And that could make amends. And that message was conveyed by the Pakistani ambassador back to Islamabad, back to Pakistan. And somebody leaked it, according to The Intercept in its investigative reporting. Somebody from the Pakistani military leaked it to the investigative reporter of The Intercept. And somebody clearly leaked it to Imran Khan as well, because Imran Khan later on said, you know who brought me down? It was the United States who brought me down. And he said, I have the document. And he waved the document.
Mm.
And then waiving it, he was charged with espionage.
Oh,
for
for revealing a secret document.
Exactly. And so they didn't say that's a phony document. They said, "Oh, that's espionage. The document that explains how the US brought him down." And on that basis, he sends to 10 years in prison this week. And the United States State Department says, "Oh, we respect the courts of Pakistan," about a document that the Pakistanis obviously think is legitimate, describing how the Pakistani ambassador was pressured to convey the message to overthrow the prime minister of Pakistan.
So Pakistan is a vassal state of the CIA.
Well, we know that the military, we know that politicians there are absolutely, groups of them are beholden to the US. Obviously, not everyone, because the most popular politician and the largest party is not. But they are being outlawed, basically.
Right.
And they're being outlawed with the connivance and then the public acceptance by the United States. This is American foreign policy. People should understand this. The idea is that the US wants to decide who governs any other country if that country is challenging the US. And